Tiger, stop that. He's just playing with my yarn, so please get out. Whatever. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Joan for those who are new. This is Tiger. He's normally very shy in front of the camera, so you won't see him. So this is a special occasion that he's here, and he's probably going to run off anytime soon. So in today's video, we're going to be making a tote bag, a designer tote bag, in fact. I have been obsessed with bags for I don't know how long. I bought so much hardware, so many supplies. I just want to recreate everything that I see. I've been looking on Pinterest, looking on a lot of sites, and there's a lot of designer bags I think are really cool that I can totally knitify. So the plan is to recreate as many as I can, and I came across this amazing tote from Prada. Some photos here. It just looks so soft and cozy and totally doable, and I think I have the perfect yarn for it. So I have this Sherpa type yarn. It's Japanese. The brand is called Purin Soft Mogul Basic Color. Unfortunately, I have not been able to find this online anywhere, but the texture is very similar to the Lion brand Go for Fleece Sherpa yarn. Slightly thinner, but the texture is very similar. So I'm thinking of quadrupling it. I have 13 skeins in total, and each one is 28 meters. So I think I should have enough for a tote. I'm thinking I want to recreate that exact look. So I want to make it quite wide. So maybe as wide as me with a handle. And if I have like a matching worsted weight yarn, I'm thinking I could probably make the long strap as well. I'm going to see if I have the hardware for it. I think I might have some metallic hardware that could work. But if not, I can just make a strap that's not adjustable. I'm fine with that too. Yeah, so I'm really excited to start. It looks so fluffy and cozy, and I mean, ideally it's probably like a winter bag, but I can probably wear it in the spring too. So I'm hoping I can get started on it, finish it as quickly as possible so I can use it for the next month and a bit while it's still cold. So let's get started. So the Prada website actually lists all the dimensions of the tote bag, which is perfect. So based on that, the length, which is the base of the tote, is 14 centimeters. And from my swatch that I've done, I know in order to get that width, I'll need to cast on 11 stitches. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, so picking up stitches didn't quite work. It was way too hard, and I actually broke a pair of needles doing it. So instead of picking up stitches, I'm actually just going to cast on in the round, and then at the end, once that's done, I'm going to seam it to the base. And that's fine. I mean, obviously, not a lot of people like seaming. I don't particularly love it, but in this case, I think it'll provide a good stability to the base anyway. So let's do that. I'm back a couple days later, hence the outfit change. I actually ran out of yarn for this project. I thought I had enough, but I underestimated how much I need. So I went to pick up 4 additional balls of this Sherpa yarn. So I definitely will have enough to finish the project. I'm just missing the handles at this point. So I have knit the base of the bag, which is just a rectangle. And then I've also knit the body of the bag too. So obviously if it's flat, it looks massive, but you have to keep in mind that it's, you're going to attach the base to the bottom. So it's actually, you know, more of like a rectangle shape. So it's actually not as wide, but it is a generous size. So it's, I followed the measurements exactly. So it's 27 centimeters tall, and I think 30 centimeters wide. So it's going to match it perfectly. All that's left is to knit the 2 straps, attach the base. So I'm just going to be seaming the base. What I've done is I've added stitch markers when I was casting off, so I know when to, oops, and I just accidentally removed one. Okay, so I've added stitch markers to indicate where I should be seaming. So these 2 are the thinner spaces. So I'm going to be attaching this part to the smaller, like to the base. So it's just really helpful. I can use pins to guide me, and then I'm just going to use I think I'll probably just use the horizontal invisible seaming technique to seam it, or maybe I'll just whip stitch it. I'm going to play around and see. Do that, knit the 2 straps, and then attach them, and then it's good to use. I don't know if I want to attach the long straps just because of the size of the bag. I'll have to see how it looks with just the short straps first. Reason I'm saying is because I'm really short. I'm like 5'1", and if it has a long strap, I don't know, it just might be a little bit too big on me. But I'll see. I think it'll be really cute both ways, but it'll definitely have the short handles, and then I'll take it from there and see what I want to do next. So let's move on. Okay, I'm going to use 2 strands of yarn for threading, for seaming the base to the main bag, just because I don't think I need all 4. 2 should be enough. I don't want it to get tangled, so I'm probably gonna have to seam this in 2 rows. This is gonna be a challenge. Boom! Not even like 10 seconds. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna match up my stitch markers. So here I have, obviously this is this part of the bag, it matches. I'm just going to whip stitch. I think that's probably the easiest way to go, just because you can't see the stitches anyway. No point in trying to, yeah, I think that whip stitch is more than enough. Sometimes that happens, guys. Sometimes that can happen when you're not paying attention. Not enough sleep. I swear it's the Olympic, guys. I been waking up super early, sleeping really late. Okay. Do not pull this, Joan. Do not pull this. I'm just gonna do like a basic whip stitch now, and if I have enough yarn, or I'm gonna make sure I save up enough yarn, and I'm gonna reinforce it one more time just for stability, just because I do want to put a lot of weight. Like, I do want to put a lot of stuff in this bag, right? It's big. What's the point of making a big bag when you don't put a lot of stuff inside, right? So I definitely want it to be secure. I don't want my things falling out. That would be the funniest thing. The base of the bag is all sewn up, and this is how it looks. I actually ended up using the wrong side out. So the side that I was whip stitching, that is actually the right side. So I made sure all the ends that I wove in on the wrong side are flipped out. Anyway, it just looked a lot better this way. So right now, this is how it looks. It's quite, a large tote. And one additional thing that I will be doing that I wasn't planning on doing to provide more stability to the bag is to actually add another seam, well, a faux seam on the sides of the bag. So as you can see, it's doesn't have too much shape. And honestly, like, it's not going to be super shapely at the end of the day because it is a tote after all. But what I am going to do is I'm going to pinch the fabric inwards and then seam it on the inside. So it will kind of be like this. It's kind of hard to show, but that will provide some additional stability to the bag. So I think that will make it look even nicer. And off camera, I actually made one strap already that I will seam. I just cast it on 4 stitches. I used 4 strands held together. So I will do the same on the other side, and then I will seam it, and it should be ready to go. So let's do the faux seams on the side and then see where that takes me. So this is how the bag looks. If I do a little close-up, you can see slightly that there's an indent where the seaming happened, and that makes it look a lot more professional and also gives it more stability too. So this is how the bag looks before the addition of the straps. Okay, so the final step is to make my strap. So I already created one, and this one I cast on 4 stitches with 4 threads, 4 strands held together. So I'm going to do the same. I'm going to make it slightly shorter than what's pictured in the original, just because it's knit, it will stretch with wear, and I don't want it to become like super long after. So I'm going to stick with this length. And then, yeah, let's do that. That's the final step.